welcome to WakeUpToLife.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. What do you know about auras? Well, today we're going to be uncovering the secret to auras.
Love it.
You have a fabulous aura, by the way.
Thank you. Well, and I don't mind yours either. What are we talking about? I don't see an aura.
I know. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Even though we don't see an aura with our physical eyes, I mean, some people can.
Yeah. And
most of the time, I can see one if I'm in meditation.
Okay.
Well, I can see auras in meditation.
Yeah, I understand.
But most people are not even aware that they even have an aura.
Yeah. That it's like some sort of hoodoo voodoo that people talk about, and that was the whole 80s thing, and now we don't have an aura.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
But again, it's recognizing that we are more than just a physical body.
Mm-hmm.
We get so caught up in the five senses, and that's all we seem to work with. Mm-hmm. But we are made of energy.
Yeah.
And we're made of color as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so the first time I really discovered auras years ago was when I went to one of those body, mind, health expos.
Okay.
And they had a gentleman there who had a Clarion photography booth. So you could actually sit and have a photo taken of you and your aura.
Oh, how cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So the first time I went, my aura was orange.
Mm-hmm.
And so he told me that I was very creative. Mm-hmm. And I was just going through a process in my life at that time. And I went back about 5 years later, and I had this photo taken again. And the woman, she took the photo out of the machine, and she has to wait for a while, right? Because it's a Polaroid, right? And then she went, "Oh, blue aura, everyone!" I'm like, I had no idea. Exactly, is that me? And she's like, "Here you go," right? And to me, it was just a sign that I was really on my spiritual journey. That I had really let go of a lot, pulled a lot of weeds over the years.
Your little garden,
That's right. And so, that was a really first time for me. So then I really started to explore aura and how we are so connected to every other person's aura in the room that we're in or wherever we are working or family, wherever that is. Is that we are so connected to other people's energy fields and where they're vibrating.
So the fact that we're standing together, like our auras are connecting.
Yes.
And so now we share this consciousness together as a pair.
That's right.
And together we have our aura too, so to speak.
Exactly.
And so together we'll have
our energy field.
Energies. Yeah. Yes. So fascinating. And that's why I think collective meditation is really great, because we all connect our auras together, and that consciousness becomes this like umbrella, like this, and a mass of things can happen, which is so powerful.
And your aura changes on your how you're feeling in that moment. So your aura is very connected to your emotional body.
Right.
So if you're feeling angry, your aura is going to produce a different color than if you're happy and joyful.
So that was good.
Exactly. So do you want to I have a little exercise that we can practice.
Okay.
On seeing energy.
Okay.
And this is one my very first. For me, in clarifying, because I could not see I had no idea what people were talking about. I saw auras in photos and pictures and diagrams, but for the very first time, I was able to actually see my energy field. And so what I discovered was, if you put your fingers together, we have an energy field, and...
Are my eyes crossed right now?
And, your eyes, you're focusing on the space in between your fingers. So you want to have about a centimeter, maybe half an inch or so.
And it helps with a solid color.
It does, exactly. So we've got this wood table behind. And you will be able to see, if you move your fingers up and down, you should be able to see, it's like a slinky of energy between your fingers. And it's like just maybe a gray, white energy, and you're going to see it moving. And now if you expand it, you can actually see your fingers are starting to glow.
Yeah.
So you can actually see the energy between your hands as well.
And sometimes looking through
Yeah.
is like, that might help. So
Exactly.
almost, I don't want to say focusing on the table, but there's something like focusing through, if that helps.
It does.
It does. I don't know if that helps.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I know when I was, the first time I ever, I didn't hear of auras, but the first time I saw one, and then later on recognized what it was I saw, was in grade 7 when I was in gym class, and our teacher was talking, and he kept walking back and forth, and he was standing in front of a solid wall, and he had this hue of color behind him almost, or attached to him, or whatever you want to say. And it was just huge, and I'm just going, oh, that's so neat. And I thought it was just like my eyes going a little wonky. But, you know, his arm would move, and it was following, it was, you know, it was definitely connected to him. And at the time, I always thought it was so cool. I had no idea what it was. But now, I get that's auras. And so, and I sometimes will see them in, if I'm in a darker room, and if someone's maybe over there and they're behind or in front of a wall. Again, that's that solid wall for me that helps. And if I, again, just focus my attention, not like at the person, but maybe like right behind them here, then I can kind of, then my eyes just do that little adjustment, and then it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, there it is. And, but, you know, I'd love to be able to be able to see like all the different colors and all that. So, but I hear it's, you know, keep practicing through attention. It just, you know, our eyes just get more focused, and we're able to.
And as we lift ourselves up into the freedom frequency, and we truly go beyond our belief system, and we go into the knowingness that we are all one and that we are all energy, then that energy starts to appear in our life.
Nice.
And it's especially when we go into meditation. We can go in meditation, and especially if you're in the forest, if you're meditating in the forest. And then you open your eyes, you can actually see plant auras, trees are glowing, the colors of flowers. It is just so beautiful.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And so, some people can do healings through auras and things like that.
Definitely, yeah. A lot of energy work is working with, oh, we have a visitor!
And animals have auras?
Yes, animals have auras. Now, see, we just could not cue her in.
Yeah, at a better time,
right?
This is Emery.
Hello, Emery. Yes.
And on videos, people can actually be watching us and check out our auras.
Exactly.
So there's definite, you know, it's everywhere. That's what's so great. In photographs, videos, and live.
Yes. All living things have an aura. Definitely.
And I think stripping the belief, I always go back to this with everything. Belief is really at the core. So if you don't believe, you can see it, guess what? You're not going to be able to see it. But it's like it exists. There's photographs to prove it, and you know there's tools to actually see it. So it's just letting go of the belief, and then just you know, practicing, having fun with it.
It's not that seeing is believing, it's believing and then you'll see.
Yeah. That's so true, right? Yeah. They can turn that thing around and call it.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, well, if you know anything about auras, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
So email us at wakeuptolife.tv, and we would love to hear your comments and ideas for future shows as well. And I trust that our show has been informative for you, and past shows as well.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I love the feedback we're getting. We're getting emails and questions, so we really appreciate it, and it's it just makes, like, I love doing this with you, and so it's so great to know that there's others on the other side that are getting something from it, and that's really what my intention is.
And that's what we love to hear.
Yeah.
Is what the show is doing for you. So thank you so much.
Excellent.
Bye. Thank you, and wake up to life.
Absolutely. Namaste.
Namaste.